So hi there, this is Jackie at the Studio for Art and Craft. I'm going to show you what certainly what one of the fluid pour kits looks like. Most of the things are in all the kits. It obviously depends on what item you're making, and I'm going to run through it fairly quickly because this is a video and you can pause and revisit things. But because I'm going to show you on the coaster set, I can show you 4 different kinds of pours and you can pick what you like. So the coaster set comes with 4 coasters and the holder, all right? And then it also comes with 4 pouring cups, and they're marked at to what level you want to fill it to. I'll explain that more in a minute. And then for the pre-mixed pouring fluid, which is the paints and the other mixtures that make it be fun, there's 3 quote-unquote regular colors, a metallic color, and then 2 whites. So that's what you need for this particular thing. What you'll get will really depend on what how much will depend on what you're making and how much it uses. And you'll get the foil pan also. You should do everything inside the foil pan so that you don't have to make a mess, because this is messy. Oh, you also get a pair of gloves, which you probably already have. And you also get a couple of paper towels. Woo, exciting. In this one, you're also going to get a straw, because that's one of the techniques I'm going to show you. So I generally will start with some white. White's a great base cut color because it's a little bit of a denser color than other colors, so it'll push the glazes, the paints up. Sorry, I'm used to working with pottery. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of one color, and basically I'm just going to add a little bit of the other colors until I get to my pour line. Now I'm not going to only add these colors. I am actually going to add a little bit more white, because white helps the colors mix. It's not a bad thing. A lot of people are like, oh, white's boring. But if you don't have any white, it's just going to come out super dark, and the colors will kind of blur a little bit. They won't be so well mixed. So I'm actually just about at my line. I can see that. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera or not. All right, and now what I'm going to do is you can use one of your containers as a stand. I don't have one ready because I'm not that clever, so I'm going to use one of my cups as a stand for the moment. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a dirty pour first, okay? So a dirty pour basically is taking these colors, and by the way, there's no rush. Believe it or not, the paints will interact best if you give them a little time to mix even in the cup. You don't want to stir them up because otherwise you're going to get brown. But a dirty pour is basically, you can just pour it all over, okay? Or you can pour puddles. I tend to be a puddle pourer, something you didn't know about me. I like it because, as you can see, I'll move my hand out of the way. Oh, I'll move the cup into the into your field of vision. You can see you get the best mix of colors that way. If you can, wear it all over, right? So you'll see the amount of paint that we where we do the line gives you plenty of paint. And then I let it usually do its own thing. And then I'm just going to tilt it in one direction or the other to get the excess paint off. And in doing so, I'm keeping track, like over here, where I have lots of these cute little cells in the white, I'm going to try to retain that. So I'm not going to do too much pouring on that side. But basically what I'm going to do is pour it around and stretch it on one side, etc., okay, until I get the look that I want. I'm just trying to get this one to pour over its sides. Now on the coasters, I definitely want the sides to be covered, so I'm kind of looking at them. They're pretty well covered. I have what I always call a paint booger over here. I can actually just pull that off with my finger very lightly and then let some more paint drain right over that spot. All right, and basically I'm just going to put this one down over here because it's done, and that was all I needed to show you. And now you get to see how important the paper towels are, because my gloves are pretty messy. All right, so let me just show you another one then. I'm going to show you another pour. This one's going to be, I'm just going to pour quickly into the cup, some white. I'm going to change the order up so you can sort of see what happens if I do that. And I'm using all the colors because since I'm doing a coaster set, I really do want them to have a similar color family. All right, now this is called a flip cup, where I pick up the tile, or in this case the coaster, I put it over the cup. I guess I can't show that to you. Can you see that? There you go. And then I flip it upside down, and I let all the paint come down. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the cup off, okay, and let it form, let it do its little pouring thing. And you get a very different look. Same colors, but a different look. So again, you can pour it in different directions to get it to shift. All right, I'm gonna put that one over here to drip and dry, because this is me moving sort of quickly. All right, and then, whoops, looking for a cup. Okay, next cup I'm gonna do, boom, just changing up the order a little bit, just again to show you something. Oh yeah, I forgot what it was I was gonna do with this one, but now I remember. So now I'm pouring the paints, and I'm pouring them all like right into the center. Okay, like lots of little bullseyes if you can. A little bit more. In this one, this is gonna be a ring pour, so you're gonna wanna add white in between some of your pours. You don't wanna mix these colors. You're just gonna pour them straight on top of each other in the center if possible. All right, till we get up to that mark. When you order your kit, you will get to choose your colors. All right, I'm just gonna end with a little bit of white. All right, and now what I'm gonna do on my next, whoops, can I get that, or is that enough in the frame? It is, okay, for you guys to see. It doesn't matter if the tile's dirty, as I think you've probably figured out, because I'm going to squeeze the cup, and I'm just going to, you know, like jiggle my wrist a little bit. And I'm going to, you can start in the middle or you can start on one end. I'm going to start at one end just to show you how that works. And I'm just going to very slowly wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And I'm actually not going down the middle. And the reason is because I'm going to want to do this, which is to come down the other side. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Especially on these little tiny, on these little coasters, you don't have, there's not a lot of length to have to go to. So I'm just kind of do this wiggling effect. You can put a little bit along the sides, because that putting the paint along the sides kind of encourages it to move a little bit more. I have to retrieve my straw, because I'm going to need that for the last one to show you. All right, but this is just a different look that you get. I'm even not going to move this one. I'm going to leave this one to set by itself to dry, because that's going to give me a pretty cool look. And then the last one I'm going to do, I'm going to begin by actually covering my tile with white. So this one I'm actually not going to use the paper cup for. I'm going to just pour straight from the different colors, because I want to show you how that goes. I have a second white, so I'm going to open that now. This is really hard to do fast, people. All right, I'm just, because I want to cover it. My hands are super dirty, so I can't really use my fingers to swirl it too much like I usually do. So I just want it coated in the white. Excellent. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of the colors. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. So the point is, there is like no, as I guess you're probably figuring out, there's no right or wrong. And you can have a lot of fun kind of working out your own design. Believe it or not, this is a situation where you have both a lot of control and no control. So I'm going to start with this for right now, just pouring the little bits of paint on, and then I'm going to take my straw and I'm going to blow, and it's going to blow the paint in different directions. I think you get the idea of that. I'm going to turn my tray around. Gosh, I hope this is on camera. There's really no way for me to tell, is there? There you go. I know that is. Okay. All right, well, basically you get the idea of that. So the last thing you need to do is to leave it alone. All right, it's going to take at least 2 days for this to dry. So my recommendation is to put it somewhere the cat won't get into it. You just need to, let them dry where they won't get a lot of dust in them. And when they're dry, now these are coasters, so the kit is going to include a resin set, and the instructions are right on the resin kit as to how to resin it. And if you have any questions, you guys know you can always call us. But that's going to give you your fluid pour. Have a great day. Enjoy it.